Hello, adventurers, and welcome to Grognard and Friends, where friends gather to explore the world of the Aria, all while playing Dungeons and Dragons. We don't usually do things like this, but we would like to ask that all of you stick around to the end of the episode this evening for an important message. And let me just put your minds at ease. I promise it is not a sales pitch, nor a request for subs or such. It is an important message for everyone, friends and friends alike. We thank you in advance for your time and consideration with this. Now, speaking of friends, let's check out this week's episode of Grognard and Friends. When last we left the friends, they had finally made it out of the city of Seven Rivers and on their way to the village of Forest Grove. During their travels, they had an evening of drinking, arm wrestling, and digestive disorders. Nikita had a dream out of time. Gaius had a conversation with another man of the cloth about faith in the way of gods. And Reed scouted the area while his friends slept. Okay, friends, I need everyone but Reed to take off their headphones, please. While everyone slept, you were checking out the area, keeping guard vigilantly, and you heard something in the distance. You heard sounds, and when you went in search of what the source, you saw a fire in the distance on the other side of the road. You began sneaking up to get a better look. You were doing very well, you thought. You were hearing some discussions, but you couldn't quite make out what it was.
Yes.
And so you decided to get closer. And you snuck up fairly close, and you thought you could hear what they were going to say, when all of a sudden you heard a voice behind you say, "And who do we have here? Who might you be?" And shortly thereafter, you felt sharp metal at the back of your neck.
Can I try and roll forward and get away, since they haven't attempted to grab me yet?
You certainly can, if that's what you'd like to do. I think with something like that, they would probably get an attack of opportunity. But because of the way that you're saying you're doing it, I will make it a disadvantage. How about that? So give me a dexterity check, please.
Come on. It's a halfling thing. Hey.
Roll again, then.
Jeez. Hey, that's better.
Okay. Wow.
From low to high.
Right. I forgot the halfling luck, because I was going to say, you know as well as I do, it doesn't matter what your bonuses are. A 1 is always a 1 here. You roll forward, and as you're coming back up, you feel a blade kind of just go over your head, and it even brushes your cap, kind of putting it askew. And immediately you hear, "You idiots, get over here." Go ahead and give me some movement, I think. You hear, "You idiots." So roll me an initiative, since we're there now.
All right.
We'll say that was your surprise round because he wasn't expecting that. Go ahead and roll.
Nice.
So we are going to say it's going to start off with your turn.
So I am going to just glance back, see if I can see who's chasing me.
Okay, give me a perception check, please.
Yeah, not that good.
It's dark. Even with do you have dark vision?
Low light, I believe.
Okay. It's kind of playing havoc with your vision there a little bit, so you know the guy was back there. You can't get a look at him, and you know that there's a couple figures over by the fire who are stirring at this point.
And then I am going to book it. So that's the one move. So if I run, I could do double move?
Correct.
I will use cunning action and dash. Did we have a campfire going?
It was out when everyone. It's kind of like coals at this point.
If I can see it in the distance, I'm gonna start calling out.
Okay, because of your perception roll, I'm going to say you don't see it because it was just down to coals and you were by a
Okay.
very large tree. So, okay,
I know I'm heading in the general direction, so
yeah. Give me because you're running your tush off. Give me
Mhm.
a dexterity check, please.
13.
With the terrain, you kind of you stumble a little bit, but you do okay. You don't lose your footing, you don't lose any speed or anything like that. It's just you're kind of running somewhat blind because you're, kind of scared at this point.
All right, so I move once here. I don't see any sign of my camp.
You can dash again if you want.
I'm just wondering, did I overshoot it here?
I don't know.
Can I make a perception check or something? Try and find
Go
it.
ahead.
Well, it's a good one, 21. All right, and I'm definitely calling out now. So I think I'm pretty close.
Okay.
I am yelling. Who woke me up for? I believe it was Nikita, right?
Correct.
But Nikita's a heavy sleeper, so I'm gonna go with butt trumpet.
Okay. You're
I
calling
start
out
yelling, butt trumpet, wake up, wake up.
Butt Trumpet, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Reed, what did you do? Did you say Constitution?
Yes, please. And you want to?
Saving throw?
Yes, you want to
It
roll
wasn't
low
me, I swear.
and make it a Constitution check.
Thank you. I was this close to clicking it.
Very
Oof.
good. No, that's good. You wanted to roll low.
Oh, low. I thought you said well for a second.
No.
I was like, well, shit.
Gaius, you also roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Hi, like normal.
Okay. Wow.
Sound sleeper.
Butt Trumpet, you wake up thinking you hear something.
What? I guess I'll roll for perception to find out what it was.
Okie dokie. Go ahead.
Not looking forward to that.
Way to go. Awesome.
Phew!
The first thing you notice is Gaius sleeping not too far from you, like snoring and just deeply sleeping, but Reed's bunny is on his chest, pulling at his beard.
Oh boy. I will attempt to move the bunny.
Okay. You get up, you go over to the bunny, and in the distance, all of a sudden you hear, Butt Trumpet!
Uh-oh.
Butt Trumpet!
I look to the sound. I think I know who it is.
Okay, take it from there, Reed.
Wake everybody up! Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Nikita, roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. You feel like you're kind of in and out of consciousness all of a sudden, and you're hearing familiar voices, but they're in the dream, and so you're like, oh, I'm having a lot of weird dreams, but you're kind of slowly waking up. Gaius, roll me another Constitution saving throw, please, and do it with advantage this time. Disadvantage to make it lower.
9.
9? That's good. You wake up, at first thing you notice is there's pulling on your beard, and it's kind of hard.
Bad.
You open your eyes, and you see Reed's bunny on your chest kind of pulling at your beard.
I thought we had an agreement.
He stops, looks at you, and then runs down your torso between your legs, stands up on hind legs, and then looks back over his shoulder at you.
Did Reed fall in a well?
And then you hear, not too far from you, you hear Butt Trumpet going, "Everybody up!"
Oh, balls. Good buddy. I pick up my shield and hammer. I'm like, well, time to get this going on. As I look over, is Nikita still asleep?
She's kind of like rolling around like,
I cast Toll of the Dead, but not targeting anything in particular.
okay.
Kind of just bong. I can also do an air horn.
There you go.
Oh, great. The Undertaker's here.
Or AC/DC.
Nikita, roll me another Constitution saving throw with disadvantage to try to help you.
That might be the first time that phrase has ever been uttered. With disadvantage to try and help you.
Son of a...
No, that's good. You're
Okay.
waking up hearing, you hear bells all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like loud bells.
Reed,
Guys, you're up.
you're not in the well.
Guys,
I thought you were
I'm
in the
not
well.
well.
What's wrong?
There's swordsmen. They're coming this way, I'm sure.
Right now?
Right now. Butt Trumpet, you got everybody up. Get Eldred up,
Oh yeah, I
please.
put my foot on Eldred's side and I like keep nudging and nudging and nudging until he wakes up.
He takes your foot and just starts petting it.
Yeah, no.
Paul, Reed is going to jump. Is that a tree next to us or a bunch of bushes?
A large tree.
Okay. I am going to hide up against the tree.
Am I awake enough to scramble for at least a shield and sword?
Yes,
Or
you are.
Warhammer?
Everyone is awake. You may not be thrilled about it. You may not be wide awake, but everyone is awake at this point.
Reed, are they coming right now?
Guy was chasing me. There's at least 3 of them. I approached to see if I could hear who they were or what they were talking about, and they put a sword at my back. But I got away.
Ah,
Did anyone
Okay.
else hear bells?
yes, we all
I
heard
did.
the bell.
Okay. That's good.
Grab your
Eldred said,
weapon. Grab your sword.
"It's your turn, Nikita. Someone's at the door."
Oh, Eldred's
No,
still-
no, get up. Read.
Time and
Get up.
place.
Eldred, game face. Eldred, game face.
Eldred goes, "Hey." Okay.
But quietly.
Oh. And what do you do?
I cast Spirit Guardians because that lasts for 10 minutes, so I feel like that's a thing I'm going to do ahead of time. Ethereal, spirity purple things start just floating 15 feet around Gaius. Bacchus, protect us and our friends here, and then kill the shit out of anybody else.
Okay. Reed, give me another perception check.
Can I help with that? I have dark vision.
Not in this particular one.
Yep, no worries.
8.
So what is everyone doing? Nikita just grabbed her sword and shield. Eldred's getting up, brushing himself off,
Yep,
flexing
I'm
his
geared up.
fingers. What?
I am also flexing my fingers.
I'll wander
I-
up next
I
to
am-
Gaius.
No, I'm pointing in the general direction so I know so everyone knows where they're probably coming from. So
Okay.
if like the orientation of the map would be the northwest-ish.
Okay, Reed, so you know, to make things clear, when you snuck up there right before the person spoke to you, you
Mhm.
saw 2 men sitting around a fire, kind of eating and drinking stuff. You saw off to one side a cart with a horse. The cart was
Right.
green with red wheels, and the cart
Okay.
seemed to be filled with stuff and had a big tarp over it. The guy behind you, you never got a look at him because of your
The
perception
guys at the
check.
fire though.
You-
Appeared to be human
Yes.
sized.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, you didn't get a great look at them, but you kind of got a general feel for them. Like, I don't know that you'd pick them out of a lineup. Next to dwarves and halflings, you'd probably be able to go, oh yeah, them. There we go. Okay, what is everyone else doing?
I will kind of stumble up next to Gaius and say, so besides the bells, what the fuck are we doing?
Oh, great question. Reed, what the fuck are we doing? Where's the guy?
Oh, there's
Well,
someone
they're either coming this way. There's at
Yeah.
least 3 guys.
At least,
There's at least 3 guys. They held a blade to my neck I ran, but they
Okay,
were
well, there's
maybe
5 of us.
a few hundred yards in that general direction, and they had a camp set
Uh,
up. Pretty sure they were chasing me because the one guy started yelling for the others to get up. So
Oh, goody.
Okay, well,
should I attempt a perception check with dark vision?
I think they
Exactly.
were bandits. I'm thinking bandits,
have some guidance.
or maybe they thought I was a bandit. You
That's
never know. Anyway,
1d4, right?
Yes. Add that to your roll.
Okay. So, Nikita, you walk up a little bit on the other side of the tree. Everyone's kind of cowering behind it. You walk up and you try to scan the area ahead. You
Mhm.
see kind of a glow of a firelight in the distance amongst some trees, but it's pretty far away. But what with that roll being so good, what you do hear is the sound of horses and what might be like carriages or some sort of wheeled carts of some form. And with that roll, you also can kind of tell that they're going away from you, and they are doing it at speed.
Am I still talking to people?
You
Or
would
is it
kind
just
of
me?
to take a perception check. You have to get there are still coals in your fire circle, so you had to kind of get out
Okay.
of that range. So I'm assuming you're by yourself at this point.
I'll head back to the group then.
Okay.
I'm not the fastest anyway, and I'll let them know what I hear. I don't think anybody's coming. It sounds like they're leaving, like carts and horses and shit. So I don't know if you said anything
did.
to them, Reed, but they are taking off. We can try to
Oh.
run after them, but
maybe they thought I was a bandit. I don't know.
Well, Reed,
they're
were you
not
sneaking around the dark with a weapon out?
that
Maybe.
might be taken as somewhat
I mean, I would infer that they may have interpreted your actions as bandit-like. I don't like labels. You might have been looking a little bandity. We can go over and check their campfire real quick if we feel like it, but I think
Reed.
Nikita's right. Nikita, you
Yeah.
said they were riding off in a hurry? Yeah, they definitely got spooked by you.
Oh.
Good job, Reed.
Unless, were you covered, like, in a white blanket, and were you making ghost noises?
No, I don't have any
I
white
thought you were a
blankets.
ghost. I don't know.
That would have
But
really
now I
scared
want
them.
one. Yeah, now I want a white blanket.
No, I don't. So let's go check that campfire real quick. Make sure they didn't leave anything or anyone behind. Reed's banditry.
Sounds good to me. Let's go check.
Hey, they might have left free
They're on-
stuff. So I guess
They're on the other side of the road, so we gotta cross
All right.
over the road.
Lead the way, Reed. I
Yeah.
give him a little pat on the shoulder, like, good job, you scared them.
I cast light. I dismiss spirit guardians, cast light, put on my armor just in case.
Guys, come with us. Oh, you're up here.
I'm already here.
Oh.
I've been doing cardio.
What is that next to the road?
I hope so.
See what
Is
happens. Sometimes people need wood for buildings, so they cut the trees down.
Is it suspicious?
It is the most suspicious tree stump you have ever seen.
I don't know if he's actually seen tree stumps before.
We are approaching this big logging town, right? So,
Yeah, it's gonna blow your
Watch out,
mind.
wait, you guys are going right into the camp.
I'm glowing, Reed.
Oh, okay.
Listen, my friend. Subtlety is not my thing. Actually, I'm almost certain it's only your thing.
Okay.
This is probably true.
Eldred, he can be a little sneaky.
He can. But Viv was my sneak buddy. So
Hello?
what's left here, Paul?
Okay,
Hello?
Reed, does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
You get hit with 2 arrows. One for 18 points of damage and one for 19 points of damage.
Whew. So, guys, they were here at the camp.
Nikita,
Oh.
does a
Hey,
19 does a 19 hit you?
Duh.
Okay. An arrow whizzes by your right over your shoulder, and Gaius goes right between you and Nikita. And another hits Nikita for 23 points of damage.
Reed drops to the ground. I might be dead. I'm playing dead because I'm almost dead.
Reed, are you? Ow, dude! Same team. We're just checking out what's going on. No harm, no foul. Take it easy.
Fudge.
Okay, so everyone roll initiative at this point.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you guys better be bandits, because I'm going to feel real bad if I kill innocent people later.
Seriously, what the shit?
Good.
Just so glad I joined in.
Okay.
Here's your participation trophy.
Yes, exactly. Shiny little gold star.
Reed, you fell to the ground playing dead.
Yeah, but if something runs up to me to stab me, I'm reacting.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lay there and take it.
okay.
Just let them poke you with swords.
Yes.
You hear feet running up towards you, and they're real close.
I mean, when I can, I'm going to get the hell out of there.
Okay. Okay, so it's obvious you're not playing dead anymore, right?
Not if something's coming right up to me, no.
Okay. A 12 and 19. God, I'm rolling amazing. 15 points of damage by a sword that gets you.
So at what point do I die?
Oh, you fall unconscious first, and then you get 3 death saving rolls before I save
Yes,
you.
but isn't there a amount of damage that would just kill me?
Oh, they gotta have to have doubled your
Yeah.
hit points.
Total hit points, right?
My current
Doubled
or
your
max?
total hit points.
Max.
Total
Max.
max.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm at 0.
Do you have
They're coming.
do you have any obvious sacks or anything on your person?
Beg your pardon?
Pouches,
Excuse me?
purses. God.
Fanny packs.
Just fanny packs strapped to him like bandoliers.
Yeah. Papooses.
Papusai.
Careful.
I like that.
Nikita's here. Careful.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have a backpack.
That's going to take too much time.
That's what's my stuff said.
Butt trumpet is your turn.
Cool. Do I see who got Reed from where I am?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes. We actually
Okay.
established this in an earlier session.
Yes.
Recently.
You saw 2 figures, humanoid figures, come up on Reed with swinging swords, kind of cut him down, kind of look over his body, and then ran back into the trees.
Alright, about how far away were they?
55 feet away.
Cool. Gonna scooch a little closer to Eldred, cast magic missile at 3 of them.
Okay. Ooh,
5.
nice. This is 1 on 3 of them? 1 on each of 3 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
The magic missile fires 3 force darts.
Right. I
So
just
it's 1
wasn't
each.
sure if you wanted to focus on one person or multiple.
No. 1 to each of them is fine.
Okay.
So they'll take 5 points of force damage.
Okay, so each one's going to take 5.
Yep.
You hear a groan, multiple groans in the distance. What else would you like to
Okay.
do?
Lean into Eldred. I hope you heard that because that's where they are.
Let's go for it
Good
then.
shot.
Did you skip over me because I was knocked out?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I
Does
gotta
he
make
have to make
do
a
I
death
gotta make-
saving throw?
He will next
Yeah.
turn.
I get 1 extra turn to live. Save me.
Oh, I'm not
Okay.
dying today, Reed.
Don't
Don't
be a
talk like
wuss.
that when you're unconscious.
So Eldred went and fired some missiles as well that just kind of went. They all swirled around each other, forming like a corkscrew, and at the last end, kind of spread out and hit a number of them as well.
Lovely. I line up for a high five with Eldred.
He kind of does a backhanded one to you.
Miss me high, hit me low.
Gaius, it
Tigers.
is your turn.
All right. I charge up in front of Reed, shield out, reach out behind me, and cast a second level Cure Wounds on him for 22 hit points healed.
Way to go.
And he is back and in initiative order again. And that was my action. And I can't do a bonus action because I brought Reed back. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Reed, so you know, you are back up with that many hit points, but because you went under, you have 1 point of exhaustion. Nikita,
What does that do exactly? Anything? Just skill checks, or is it
-2 on all rolls across the board? Nikita, is your turn.
Out of character, I still have exhaustion on me from the inn. Should I wipe that out? We've slept since then, or
Did you have one?
yeah, just one.
That would
Because of the
still
wacky dream.
because you didn't get the full 8 hours yet because you got woken up in the middle of the night. Now, if you go
Okay.
back and get some more rest, chances are that'll be gone when you're done. But for right now,
Okay,
you
no,
still
I
have
wasn't-
it.
Okay,
No, good
so it's
question.
still. Yeah. Okay.
No, good question. Always better to ask than to make assumptions.
I am swinging.
You got it. Go for
Hit him in the face. Hit him in the face.
it.
Maybe after I hit the more sensitive area, you fucked with the wrong people.
Yeah, because I was
Roll.
definitely going to willing to talk it out, but
Yeah.
you killed my little friend briefly.
Yeah. -2 on all rolls.
And that's just bad form to briefly kill friends.
Oh, it
Exactly.
is bad form all around.
I got better.
Does 20 hit you?
Yes, I'm
motherfucker?
aware of it. You got
A
better.
20 does hit.
Yeah, Warhammer's lucky.
Yep.
Stop
I ain't
using
dropping
swords.
Oh, that's a crit. Yeah, apparently I'm going to. That was a crit.
Yep. Dirty
Ooh.
20.
Is it a -2 on the crit as well?
No. Damage is a whole nother thing.
Hooah! Well,
All right,
I
but
know what
you have
2
strength
on-
you have strength bonuses to that, right?
Yes,
That's
'cause
true, it
You were
wasn't
proficient
on
in
there.
the Warhammer. So
Yep.
add your
So
your
2
strength
plus your
modifier.
strength modifier.
So 2 plus 4, you got 6, and then because it's a critical, it's doubled, so 12.
Well, no, the 2 was the doubled
Oh,
one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
So 4
The
and
2d8.
And then you add the bonus.
So I hit him for 8 points total, but I aimed for a little lower on the torso, if you know what I mean.
No, spell it out for me, Nikita.
Between the
Sternum
legs,
shot.
baby.
Okay.
Oh, way low.
Yeah.
All of you hear a very high-pitched yelp.
That's right.
Wasn't me.
And you know what? Because you
Guys,
called
just
that,
goes-
Nikita, roll me a 20-sider. You didn't roll a second 20-sider when you got a dirty 20, so roll me another 20-sider. Normally it has to be a natural 20, but because you called that, all right. I was going to, if you could roll me a natural 20 a second time, I was going to give you the chance to stun him with a hit like that. So, because, nice
Certainly
flavor
sounded
there.
stunning.
Even though that might
he's
be
just
bad phrasing, but
No, he's just a tenor now.
natural 20 on you, Nikita.
Just a scratch.
A 15, a
Does not
9,
Does not hit.
and a 19.
That hits.
Did they surround her?
Well, no, they're
Or
just
arrows.
all right there.
Uh-oh.
11 points
Look
of
out.
damage from one sword and 17 from an arrow. And you've got 2 misses. An arrow whizzed by kind of totally overshot, and a sword kind of just deflected off your shield there.
So after I yell, "That's right," I just topple right over onto my face, unconscious.
Okay.
Gaius turns around after hearing Reem like, "Ah, son of a! Come on, people!"
Exactly.
They're getting away. They're getting away.
I mean, if they want to puss out, then we can just focus on healing you guys.
Hopefully,
Just saying, I
looting
feel like we
something
have a
else.
lot more. I'm just saying, we might have bigger priorities than being confrontational at this point.
I'm fine.
So,
I was exhausted
Reed,
anyway.
it is your turn.
What'd they do? Get on the horses in there?
Yeah,
Take it off. I look around to see if I see the cart anywhere.
you do not.
Guys, what do you want me to do? I could try and go after them.
Listen, dude, they just tried to kill you. Go and at least maybe try to reciprocate.
Okay.
Don't go too far.
So I
You
will
can
move
dash
up there.
if you want, or you can go there and do
No.
something else.
I'm going there, and I'm drawing my bow.
Okay.
Don't hurt the horses.
They could be useful. Or we can sell them.
That too. They're also just innocent beasts of burden.
Oh, yeah.
All right. 17.
Okay,
The
roll
one
your
in
damage.
the one closest in the back there.
Okay, that would be this one.
For 9 points.
You hit him in the back, and
Mhm.
as the horse is going, he just topples backwards and lands face down, motionless in the dirt as they continue on.
All right. And then I will.
Nikita's corpse gives a thumbs up.
All right. So
Oh,
I'm
you're
going to
fine.
use cutting
Stop
action.
lollygagging.
I use cutting action to go under this tree over here and attempt to hide.
Butt trumpet
I think you
is your
skipped
turn.
up. Yeah. If I get up to Gaius, can I see the carriages?
Okay, what I'm going to say is if you were here,
Yeah.
if you went to here, you would get a line of sight
Okay. What I want to do,
on these two.
then what I want to do is I want to use a sorcery point, because it's a cantrip, to twin Eldritch Blast at both of them.
Okay. Roll twice.
Oh,
So there needs
so
a twin.
close.
That's a 19 on that one.
But we'll say this one moved up. So what was that one? 19? That absolutely hits.
Mhm. Do you want me to get the damage for that one now?
Check, see if you do the other one first.
Oh, sped off.
Yeah. Literally,
no.
yeah.
Well, at least got the one.
The second one misses. Gaius, you find that this bolt of blue flame goes right by your cheek and off into the trees.
Hey, took a while to get this back. Relax.
My apologies to your sideburn.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Please no burning
And
the
2
sides.
points of force damage to the one I hit.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do, movement or otherwise?
Nah, I scooched and I cast. I'm good.
Okay.
Other than flipping them off.
Eldred stands behind you and over your head, sticks his hands, does some motions, and more magic missiles flee from his hand. And you see it hits this one and this one.
Woo!
Gaius, it is your turn.
And then I'm gonna just whip back, point at Nikita, and be like, "Get up, lazy." I don't know, whatever. And as I say, lazy, she gets hit with 14 points of healing.
Okay.
Sorry, I was still waking up. And then targets the one horse with a single rider with Toll of the Dead. So they're going to need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Is one of those a cantrip?
Yes.
Okay.
The healing word is a bonus action healing spell at range, and Toll of the Dead is a cantrip action.
Okay. Very good. Go ahead. What do I have to do?
Wisdom throw for the single rider, please.
Okay.
16 is the number to beat.
Okay. 17.
Yep, nothing happens to him then.
Okay.
Like, aha! I was going to say something pithy, but it didn't work. Aha! Oh.
But the
Balls.
bell still goes off, right?
No, I mean, technically, yeah, no.
Now,
I guess
be
'cause he's safe from
aware.
it.
I don't remember the details of the spell, but he already was injured. Does that help?
It would if he did roll a 17.
Oh, okay.
I would do more damage.
Okay.
Undamaged people get D8s. Damaged people get D12s.
Gotcha. Okay. Very good. Just wanted to make sure that you had every opportunity there. Anything else you'd like to do, sir?
I moved, did a bonus action and an action. I am out of tricks.
Okay.
Goodbye, horses I wanted to steal.
Nikita, you kind of all of a sudden open your eyes and with a lot of pain, and you feel wiped out. You now also have another point of exhaustion.
And in your head you hear, lazy, lazy, lazy.
Oh, jeez.
Not intentionally.
It's almost
sleep deprived.
It's almost like Eldred healed you.
Gaius likes to get a solid 8, all right? He's not at his best when he's woken up in the middle of the night.
I will stumble to my feet and say, "The fuck did they call me? What did they call me?"
Guys, I heard they call you lazy. Turns, looks at Reed, just like shakes it. Don't you say a word? You're the only one in hearing distance.
Eldred looks at Butt Trumpet and says, "And they call me the sarcastic one."
You are the sarcastic one.
So even if I catch up to them, I cannot attack them like a dash would use up the action. Duh?
Correct.
Oh, but I do have the thingy I never remember the name of, where action surge that gives me one more action.
Right, the action surge thingy.
Da. Okay.
Go up there and get that one guy on a horse.
Exactly. Whoever the closest is, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, good, it's within 50. Woo-ha! Not that far. Do I have to get to about there or just behind the horse to be able to hit him?
If you really want it with no other penalties, I'd say the one right in front of it.
Yeah.
Or is that your limit right there without having to dash?
That would be about 35 or 40, and I could make it to 50.
Okay. Then it wouldn't matter either way, right?
Right. All right. Action surge. Ta-da! And I am swinging again.
Okay.
Not at the horse. Oh, wait.
Don't you do
No.
it. Don't hurt the animals.
I'm not going to hurt the fucking animals.
Don't do that to them either.
The concern is how far out of reach they are. So hopefully I have enough momentum to carry me and swing the warhammer overhead and bring him down. I will take it.
There you go.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I will hit whatever is available.
Go, Nikita.
Oh, and I forgot my strength. So same as last time.
Oh my god. I would say get new dice, but it's not physically possible.
We'll work on that.
8 points.
Is he dead?
You hit him across the back by the tailbone, and he moves forward, but he's still kind of hanging on.
What did you call me? Get back here, you coward! Bastards!
I'm picturing Lion King when they piss off Pumbaa. The hyenas never knew what hit them. Guys, you're Timon in this situation.
Nah.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm
Nikita.
just his dad in the clouds. Simba.
before they leave, the one on the back of the other horse fires an arrow and hits you with over a 20.
So they crit Nikita again. Bacchus, please.
It
make
wasn't
me
a
stop.
natural 20. She's a champion. She's a little bit different, but it is 19 points of damage.
That's enough. And down she goes again.
Okay.
Oh, damn it to hell.
Jeez.
I'm going to let you go to Tartarus one of these times. We'll come get you later, but just as a lesson. At
Really?
this point, are they completely gone, Paul? Or pretty much
They're,
or-
you don't see them because they're trees and you hear the horses galloping. And Nikita, when you first ran up there, you still heard the sound of a carriage or something and other horses in the distance. And it sounded like a number of them.
Like a full caravan or some shit.
You don't know, but it sounded like it could have been any number of things. So that ends the combat. Nikita,
I
heard-
run up to her, grab her by the forearm, and cast Cure Wounds on her.
And just for shits and giggles, I want to run my full movement and try one more time to just blindly twin Eldritch Blast again in the direction that I saw them go.
okay, give me a roll.
Nikita, you got nine health back. Stop
Reed's gonna
doing
check her
that.
body. Oh,
It's
Okay,
my
well, it
job.
was the thought that counted.
Roll a 20-sider again, please.
Oh, God. Is Nikita going down again?
oh jeez.
Okay.
Woo! Dirty 20.
It's good that you didn't roll another one because, yeah.
Up and down.
I do not think I could have handled having my friend's blood on my hands. I wouldn't have made it through this.
So you're kneeling over Nikita there, Gaius, and two blue flame bolts kind of go one on either side of your head off into the darkness.
Yeah. Guys is like looking down and then just slowly turns his head and looks in the direction where they come from, and he's just like, What the ever-living hell?
Not my fault you're in the way. I'm pissed.
I'm the guy who stops people from dying, like multiple times, as he helps Nikita back up onto her feet.
Okay. Nikita, you take one more point of exhaustion, please.
In doctor's orders, you need a nap.
So your movement is halved. You have no reactions and -5 on all rolls.
So we need a
All
raid.
rolls.
Must
Me-
protect at
meanwhile-
all times.
Meanwhile, right next to you, Reed is rifling through the belongings of whatever that guy fell off the horse.
Hey, I got good stuff.
Okay.
I really hope they're not like guards or something, because I will feel slightly remorseful. Actually, you know what? I've done no damage. I don't feel any kind of remorse. Never mind. I only healed this round.
I feel nothing.
We only
I want-
got the
I wanna
one
do
of them?
We
Yeah.
messed them up real good.
They messed us up pretty good too.
I'm all right. Thank you very much.
Ah,
You guys are fine. Nothing like a long rest. And while he's rifling through his pockets, Paul, I'm casting, because I'm only around the party members that have been hurt, Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
So I have 10 rounds of healing for the next minute.
Okay.
So Nikita, you get 11.
Does that only affect one person?
Well, I choose who it affects each time. And then Reed, you get 11. Nikita, you get 12 more. 16 more for Reed.
Oh, okay. I'm feeling healthy. Don't
All right,
overload
still
me.
coming,
I might
buddy.
explode. I might explode. Stop healing.
13 more for Nikita. I can do this all day, buddy.
pretty sure I'm next.
14 for Reed.
There's hit points coming out of my ears. Stop. I'm healed. I just needed a little bit of a
16 for Nikita.
Reed,
Yeah, I
with
don't
all
know
the
what I'm going
bacon
to
you eat, you've never felt so healthy in your life all of a sudden, and it feels very unnatural.
Just
Yes,
all
not
the
right.
grease is coming out of his pores.
Yeah.
14 more for Nikita. Are you guys both at full hit points?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
12 more for Reed.
Oh my God, I just gave you a hug.
No, Gaius
Stop,
looks at you and
please.
he's like, no, you're going to take this healing and you're going to appreciate it. And 9 more for Nikita.
Anyway.
I'm done now. Aura vitality gone.
Gaius, the sadist healer.
That's
You
right.
will take this healing and you will enjoy it.
Reed's going, Gaius, please, what's the safe word?
Stop. The safe word. Chrysanthemum.
I can't say that word.
Ask me tomorrow because it's a new one each day. And they all get more complicated from here.
Crispy pampums. Crispy pampums.
Your
Sounds like someone
pants
needs
are
more healing.
crispy? What? Can we? I'm
It's a
tired.
safe word.
Oh, Reed, what'd you
What's
find
a
in his
safe
pockets?
Reed found a pouch with 5 gold, 3 silver, and 6 copper.
Oh, nice. Man, I
A-
really wish we got
3
the other
gold.
3.
A long
I
sword,
look at the pouch. There's 3 gold.
a long sword, and 3 daggers, and leather armor, studded leather armor.
All
You mini
right.
size though?
It's human size, yes.
This guy was human, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely walked into an ambush there. That was
Were they
Oh.
ambushing? Were they ambushing the caravan that was here?
no, I think they were the cover, so the caravan got away.
Do caravans normally ambush other people on the road?
Yeah, I don't think
No.
it was merchants. Yeah, it sounds something like shady. Hmm
Duh. What the hell?
They put a hole in
Should we
my
go
new
back to
armor.
They put a few of them in there, but
They did. Like, there's still an arrow in my back. It doesn't hurt anymore, though. Thank you, guys.
yeah, no problem,
Nikita,
man. It's not like you are dishonest with us with like what you find amongst the people or anything. You're real generous with the loot, never lying to me ever, and you're a valued member of the team. I want you to know that. And if you ever lie to me, I'll make sure you stay dead. I won't kill you. Just won't heal you.
Okay.
Kidding.
Okay.
Slaps you on the back. I'm just
Right
joking.
next to the arrow.
Oh, that's
I
healed.
turned.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I know. The skin has healed up around the shaft of the arrow.
Oh shit! Hold on. Boop. There you go.
Ow! Oh! Ow! Ooh. Hey! I think
Yeah, you're still fine.
I think I heard more coins in this pouch. Hold on. Yeah, there was
Oh,
more coins,
good.
guys.
Great. Excellent. You could buy drinks.
Sure. Of course. Of course.
Nikita has started blearily wandering back towards the camp. She wants to see if there's anything left they left behind
Wait.
or how Butt Trumpet and Eldred are.
Okay.
Nikita, do you want this? Do you want this sword?
Sure. I'll take another sword.
I'll take daggers
I
unless
give
anybody wants.
Nikita a hug.
Oh, I thank you.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
I
You don't
know,
have to
but
apologize.
I wish I was stronger.
You will get there. Do not worry. It always takes
I
time
kicked
to
it
get
a
strong.
little bit.
I wish I was stronger. I've never face planted in a fight twice.
I think you're very strong.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Do we see
Nikita,
anything
you
at the
were-
camp?
You
Give
were
me
awesome,
an
Nikita. You ran up
investigation
and
roll.
slapped them good.
Give me an investigation roll, please.
Guidance.
With guidance, and if someone wants to help you, they're welcome to do that as well.
I will.
Oh god, no. Not the most exhausted person searching the camp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. With
Oh,
guidance
no.
and advantage.
Minus
all the
5.
And a
Band-Aids,
negative. And a
all the
negative.
band-aids we slapped on you might make it a normal roll.
There's some duct tape for Flair.
Yeah.
7.
You're kind of wandering around and just yawning.
Yeah.
Nikita, what are you looking for?
I don't know. Maybe they left other stuff. Do you see anything? I don't really see anything.
It looks like they got most of their stuff.
Or someone who hasn't been horrifically wounded and brought back from the brink should probably do the searching.
I'll
That
look.
rules me out.
There you
Go
go,
ahead.
Butt Trumpet. Have some guidance.
And if anybody, and Eldred will help you. So take advantage and guidance.
Do I see the sleeping rolls, or can I trip over one and just kind of get comfortable, like it's
Yeah,
my
you can
own?
fall on top of one and be fine.
Sounds good.
That's a 12.
Okay, that's enough. You're walking around the camp. You see 3 sleeping rolls. There's a couple of tin plates, remnants of food on it, and some tin cups. You see another sleeping roll back in the tree line. When you go there, you see 2 more sleeping rolls back there.
If we
They're-
wanted to just crash here for the night, it looks like there's plenty of sleeping arrangements. At the very least, we can take the sleeping rolls.
The ones in the trees look like they were just tossed. So you go back there, you find a number of things. With that roll, you wouldn't find that. But what you do find are 5 bodies. You find
Guys?
5. They're kind of tossed in a heap. There's 3 women, human, an old man, and a man in probably his 20s. And they've all been killed.
Over my shoulder. Oh, guys. Or guy-ess.
Yes.
I could, use an extra set of eyes on this, please.
Ah, what did you find? Oh, boy. Oh,
They're about back.
well.
They're probably about back here, under the tree.
Ah, okay. Yes.
So,
Guys, give me a survival check, please.
Sure. That's something I'm good at. 27.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Okay.
Apparently it is.
holy
So
balls.
you see that the bodies were dragged over there. You also see that there were multiple horses tied up around here by the scat and everything that was left by them. The horse apples. There are lots of horse apples, so there were a lot of horses here. You also see ruts from cartwheels that have gone off into the distance.
Which
And-
direction were the ruts going? Are they going in the direction of Forest Grove or back towards Seven Rivers Way?
Okay, so if you follow them for a little bit, they're going around the trees, but kind of heading north.
Okay.
And northeast, actually.
That's Forest Grove, right?
No, Forest Grove would be southwest, mostly west from here.
Northeast is Seven Rivers ish.
Well, east
at
would
the very
be
least.
mostly east would be Seven Rivers.
Yeah. So is it favoring east, north, or just going straight north? Like
It's not straight
northeast
north. It's north. It's kind of like 1 o'clock on a clock. So where
Oh,
you
okay.
are,
North.
I'd
Northeast.
say
Gotcha.
Seven Rivers is at 4 o'clock. Forest Grove is most likely at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock for Forest Grove.
So
And-
basically, it looks like they're trying to sneak by Stoat's Hole on the west side.
Stoat's Hole would
Heading-
probably be 3 o'clock.
Okay. Or they're going to Stoat's Hole. Yeah, depending upon what path they're taking. Interesting.
You also see lots of footprints, and there was obviously a lot of rustling and kind of hurried action, especially with the horses and the people.
So you said there were 3 bodies of women, an old man, and a 20-something?
Yes.
With what they're wearing, can I figure out maybe who might have been in charge of the group, perhaps? Like, is one dressed better than the others, or something obvious like that?
Give me an investigation roll, please.
Oh, now this is where I suck. Yep. Nope. So, do you need me to roll again?
Not for this, no.
Okay.
But
All right, so-
there's one of the women seems younger than the others, and your bet is she looks the smartest.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, so I guess I'll just go with the oldest person in the group. I'm like, wisdom, hopefully. I go over. Hey guys, it's going to get creepy for a second. Kind of like prop his like, just turn him over if he was laying face down. Jam some incense in around him. All right. Unplug. Uncork
Reed goes into guard mode.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch
Uncork
what he's
some
doing.
wine.
I'm gonna keep an eye out. So.
It pours a little in the mouth, and then Bacchus. Let me talk to this person. Let me ask them questions. I need to know who did this, I hope. Give me access to his soul, if just briefly. And I cast Speak with the Dead.
Okay. Now, do you get
The snoring from Nikita waves faintly through the trees.
What's that, Paul?
you hear Nikita snoring over by the campfire. Do you get a number of questions? Is that it with speaking?
Yes.
How many questions?
So I can ask up to 5 questions. The
Okay.
corpse only knows what it knew in life, including the languages.
Okay.
And answers for you, Paul, are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive.
Okay.
And the corpse is under no compulsion to offer any truthful answer.
Okay.
This is more if, like, I were hostile and I just killed them.
Right.
Oh, shit, I should have did this to the corpse. Hold on, wait. Character voice. Oh, shit, I should have did this to the other guy. I can do it tomorrow. Hey, Reed, don't let the wild animals rip that corpse apart that you made. I have uses for it tomorrow.
Okay.
Good man. Anyway. Okay. Time to talk to this guy first, I guess.
Reed heads over to guard the other corpse.
Just drag it over here. So, old friend, who are you?
Jonah Worthington.
Why were you here in the woods, Jonah Worthington?
This was the place of my murder.
Where do you come from, Jonah Worthington?
Forest Grove.
Why were you murdered, Jonah Worthington?
I do not know. They came upon us in the night.
Do you know who murdered you, Jonah Worthington?
Men, I do not know who they were.
Thank you, Jonah. I will do my best to hopefully find out who did this, and if I can, seek justice for you. Now rest.
You hear a
And
death
guys-
rattle from deep within the chest, and all
guys-
that faint light goes out of the eyes.
And Gaius waves his hand over, and you can see the wine being drawn out of the mouth and splashing onto the ground. Well, okay. Time, I guess. Looking around. Hey, do we have a shovel?
I'm still
the
dragging his
bodies?
body over here.
Anyone?
And Trumpet's mouth is just agape after watching that.
Oh, you weren't there the last time I did that, were you, Trumpet?
I mean, the face on the wall was like already terrifying. But like, I don't remember how just. It's been a while.
Well, listen, this is a totally different thing. This poor man has just died recently. Gaius puts his hand on Jonah's body. Does it feel warm to the touch, or is it feel like it's real cold, like
It's pretty
outside
cold.
temperature? Gaius does a little bit of examination, picks up the arm. Is there bruising on the bottom of the body from
Give
the
me
blood?
give me another investigation check, we'll say.
Could I use medicine?
Give me a medicine check.
25.
Okay. You would estimate
doctor.
that this has been dead between 1 and 3 hours.
Okay. Yeah, these poor people were just murdered. The other guy, the one that you guys successfully took down, I will chat with him tomorrow. But I want to at least try to give these people some semblance of rest. Bury the bodies for now so we aren't eaten by carrion feeders during the day. But they are from
you hear
Forest
Reed.
Grove.
You hear Reed call out, "I got your body over here."
Oh, thanks, bud. Just put it by the fire.
In the fire?
Oh, actually, just in the light from the fire. Don't get it too close.
You hear Eldred say he wants it next to Nikita.
That's fine.
That's gross,
Whatever.
Eldred.
It's an awful prank. Anywho, so Paul, can I? Is there enough for with all the detritus that these people threw around when they were leaving? Is there a shovel or something?
There's something that you could make do, and the ground, you'd have to look for an area, but because of the trees, you can probably find an area where the ground is soft. It may take a little while because of roots and such, but
Gotcha.
there are some areas that are,
Yeah.
the ground is a lot
Guy-
softer.
Gaius will take his time, and over the next couple hours, however long it takes, dig the graves, bury the bodies, put markers up so they can be found by the people of Forest Grove, obviously when I go to report that later. So
Okay. No.
however long you think that'll take, that's what he does.
Roll me a strength check, please.
18?
Okay. You're able to do it in a few hours to to dig a grave that's big enough for all 5 bodies, we'll say.
And as he's finishing burying, he's like, Bacchus, please guard these people on their travels to the afterlife. And may they find some fun when they get there, because their ends were not joyous. And just pours one out for each of them on the ground.
Okay.
And heads back to the rest of the party.
And then what does everyone else do?
Should we go make sure our horses and everything are okay? We're not going to really sleep here, right?
Oh yeah, no, we're not sleeping right here. I'll help you
I'd
drag
like
the
us
body
to
back.
gather some sleeping rolls that were cast aside.
Yeah, sure.
Because why not? Like, free stuff. So I'm picking up a sleeping roll. Probably
okay.
taking
I
out my entire arm, having to toddle with it.
I roll the dead body into the one of the sleeping rolls and kind of just use that as a bundle to just
Okay.
drag it back to camp.
I
Okay.
try and wake up Nikita.
Eldred says, don't wake her up. Let her rest. Grab the corner of her sleeping roll. I'll grab the other and we'll drag her back. Let her sleep.
Oh, okay.
Don't hit
I do
too
my
many
best.
rocks.
You hear the shh as you're going over the grass and stuff. And then all of a sudden it gets really loud as you go over the gravel of the road.
It's like, you earned this, my friend.
I'm going to say Nikita sleeps through all of it, though. When you go over the road, her snoring gets a vibrating sound to it.
Ah, jarring.
I don't like almost dying. That was terrible.
Yeah, you gotta be a little bit more careful there, friend. It is kind of hard to bring people back, I won't lie. Well, actually, it's not hard. It's more expensive, I guess is the best way to put it. Costly.
Oh.
Like, if I'm there,
You want-
I can do it in the nick of time. You're good to go. But,
You want the coins I found?
no, that's not that important. That's just more of if you were to do it when I wasn't around, like days or weeks after the fact, it would cost a pretty penny to bring you back from the dead.
You can
I
do
could
that,
do it though. Well, I'm not there yet, but I will be able to. Depending upon the path that life takes me, it might cost certain. It might be like diamonds or certain unguents and
I don't know
herbs.
if
Good
those
word.
are.
Eldred says
Yes.
Gaius is like one of those high priests that you hear about in the big cities who are constantly asking you to give them money
It's
for
called
the
alms.
afterlife. What?
Well, no, it's alms, and it's specifically to bring you back from the afterlife.
Yeah, see, he wants you to give him your arms.
Alms. I'm not
Oh.
speaking in a different language.
Like I said, arms.
Or, oh, whatever, man. Though the one was, if I do learn the one way, I could bring you back, and you could be a completely different race. That'll be fun.
Like a zombie, Eldred said.
That's not a
Ooh.
race. That's an undead creature.
Have
I
you ever
could
been
do
chased
that.
by one? Let me tell you, it's a race.
I mean, the good news is if he's dead and we need to just keep the corpse around, I can animate it like a zombie and just have him follow around until I level up and then can fix it.
Trust me.
I run over.
Okay.
I run over and
okay,
grab.
but you got
I grab the
your
bunny.
blue
What was
I
that,
grab the
Huntrum?
bunny, and I just sit there holding the bunny, watching guys.
What? I literally brought you back from the dead twice. Or was that Nikita?
You're gonna
I lose
a
track of who I
zombie.
bring back from the. Oh, sorry,
Another
Nikita.
If
zombie.
you're gonna animate a
now,
zombie, you have to be like, when you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits and see what it says?
Just don't.
Putting on the
Yeah, man,
Rex.
you're in a skeleton, and your core and your bones just rip themselves from the flesh.
Your arms, see?
That's an option. No, that's still not alms. Eldred, still not alms.
I'm going to bed.
Okay, I
You
get
two
it.
bicker.
I get it. Don't get killed again. I got it.
Yeah, don't please don't.
Okay.
But good catch
I
on
just
the
hold
bad
the
guys,
button.
though. You weren't a bandit. You were an anti-bandit.
Yeah. Well, no. We're heroes. We're not bandits.
Well, I'm just saying, just
Thank you.
don't fall down the well again.
Somebody roll me a 20-sider, please.
14.
You all make it through the rest of the night without any interruptions. I am assuming that you're sleeping in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of us might need to be strapped down to a horse to continue to sleep.
Nikita, give
Three
me
less-
a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please.
And -5.
When you eventually get up, unfortunately, you have not lost a point of exhaustion. Yours is still fresh. Since you got it, you haven't had a long rest. You had
Okay.
You had a couple hours
Okay.
because you were finishing up a rest. I was trying to see if Nikita might have shed the point that she got back in Stoat's hole.
Oh, hell no.
Mm.
But because of the trauma of these other points, there was a chance she wouldn't have gotten the first one off. Okay, so it's probably late morning, and you've woken up. Some of you woke up earlier than others. Nikita, I'm going to say, woke up last, and may not even have woken up yet. We'll see how everyone else does. So what would you like to do this? It is heavily overcast. The clouds are really, really kind of dark gray. And there's just a feel in the air that's there's a little bit of a breeze going. Not even a breeze, a
Looks like
wind.
rain.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you guys do what you need to do. I got about a 10-minute interview I got to hold real quick.
Oh,
With a
I
guy.
want to watch.
All right. Going through the whole rigmarole again, breaking out some incense, putting it around.
I lay on my
like,
stomach and rest my head on my hand like this.
Okay.
Instead of like carefully pouring the wine in his mouth, guy's just like opens it up and just dumps it on his face. He's like, Bacchus, I need to talk to a shithead real quick. And it just kicks the body. Hey, dirtbag.
You wanted to add insult to injury, you could have just drank the wine and peed on him to see if that worked.
At which point, guys just like stops, turns around and looks. He's like, I will definitely try that next time. And then turns around and says, okay.
I helped.
Yes, you did.
Look what I made.
Dirtbag, what's your name?
You hear?
Well, hey, if you don't answer...
Scuzz will see you in hell.
Scuzz. Good, you've already given me your boss's name. Excellent. Hey, guess what, bud? I'm not going to ask you a question yet, because if you don't answer me good the next couple, I'm going to reanimate your body as a zombie and have it eat Scuzz. How does that sound?
You suck.
Yes, I do. Where can I find Scuzz, bud?
You're looking at him.
Oh, he's not very intimidating. Okay. Where did your friends go, Scuzz? They left you behind. You were alive. They left you behind, Scuzz, to die.
You see him. You get the feeling he might be struggling with how to answer or if to answer. But he says,
To the hideout.
Where is the hideout, Scuzz?
Buffering.
Yeah.
yeah, you see a little
Just wheel.
purple set of grapes just spinning over his face.
Hold on, this is a complicated question. The server might be down. Hold on.
Is it buffering?
Yeah, it's magicking or whatever.
Is he on dial-up? Someone picked up the phone on the other line.
Oh, that's not. Is that how that works? I actually don't know. No, I have his
I'm that
body here, so nobody else can. I have his spirit for this last question, so this is kind of.
In the hills to the north, you bastard.
And then you just hear that death rattle as he slowly, all the light goes out of his eyes.
Well, and guys just kind of rolls him over face down to let all the wine drip off him. He's like, that went well. Hey, I know where that came from.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it's useful.
Gaius'
useful spell.
shouting actually causes Nikita to stir a little. Huh? What? Oh, Jesus, not again. Are we fighting?
No, not
Yep.
yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Shh. This is all a
Pulls back
dream.
Pick him.
You're actually not a dwarf. You're a person playing a game. This is all a dream. It's all fantasy.
Why would anyone play a game?
Because they're nerds. Anyway, yeah. So, hills to the north is where the bad guys have their hideout. That's good. So we should definitely deal with this after the kid thing. Granted, these people might have been the ones who kidnapped them, but we can't be for certain. And we're kind of already behind schedule to, save the kid.
Eldred
But
goes,
we will have a potential lead.
again.
Always. We're always behind schedule. It's legitimately, it's not like we're lazy or something. It's usually a bunch of stupid shit has happened. And we're like,
Wait, who called me
Gotta go find
lazy?
another.
I'm
Scuzz
not
did.
lazy.
Will Nikita get better if we're traveling, or
Well, I mean, she can get a little bit of rest if somebody else is guiding the horse. They just kind of have to make sure she doesn't topple off. Eldred,
Okay.
do you want that? Do you want that pleasure, or should I help with that? We kind of have to split ourselves up, being the full tall people.
Okay, so we're not riding today. We're gonna walk the horses and let Nikita kind of chill on the horses.
In my experience, Paul, do you think she would recover from exhaustion if we allowed that to happen? Some, not all.
There
of it,
would
but some
there
of it.
would be a if you let her rest and you walk the horses. Now, if you did like a canter or something like that, absolutely not. But if you
Yeah.
walk the horses and let her rest the entire day, more than 8 hours, I am going to let her roll a Constitution check to see if she loses a point for that. How about
Then
that?
yeah, we kind of want our fighter to not have how many levels of exhaustion right now? Yeah, our frontline tank. Yeah, I'm
3.
3. Yeah, they're kind of near death. So yeah, we're definitely gonna let them. We'll walk the horses.
You strap Nikita into a saddle.
wear your
Thank you
seatbelt?
for at least not putting me in the cage.
I
She's
don't think that's big enough.
she's kind of her head is resting on the horse's neck. And like as the horse walks, the head is going and there's just drool kind of coming out, and the snoring takes on a weird sound.
Very
Wait.
rhythmic.
Well, I'm glad everybody's having a good time.
Somebody roll me another 20-sider, please.
I'll
The
do
horse
it.
says to Gaius, "Get this drooling idiot off me."
Thankfully, he doesn't speak horse. He only speaks pickle.
Exactly.
Yikes. Nobody asked me to roll anything. And I
Okay.
did that tonight.
Okay.
Paul, do I got to get on the other horse to get a little bit of rest, or am I okay with my 1 level of exhaustion?
You'll just have your 1 level until you get a good long rest, and then you can lose it.
Okay.
Can I piggyback with somebody?
Yeah, you can piggyback with Reed.
Yay.
Horsey back. So all the little people are on horse today.
Now I know what it's like to be as tall as Gaius. I mean, I did when I was like 15 feet tall. But still.
I turn and look over, and you're still like staring at my like throat. I'm like, you're getting there, sport.
Reed rides backwards, so he's looking behind us.
Okay.
I'm holding on to the back of the saddle.
Okay. So, Bud Trumpet, that puts you in the front of the saddle, watching forward, your hands up there, and and then behind you is Reed facing the other way, kind of just looking, going,
Boy, do we pose a threat.
Yep.
Looks
Yeah,
like
some
a
of
trying to
us.
be
guy.
perceptive. Just trying to be perceptive. That's
So I'm going to say you go on your that night. You go without a problem. Nikita, you give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please.
You got it.
So -1, because of the -5.
I added the -5 in
Oh,
there.
okay. So 4. Trying to give you a 10 as a DC, so you still
I
have all
figured.
3 points of exhaustion.
Yep.
But you guys make it through the night without any incident. You and Reed each lose a point of exhaustion by the next morning. Somebody else roll me a 20, please.
Yeah,
And what are
I
the
don't think I
rules?
should be trusted to do that.
7.
What are the rules on -2 of exhaustion?
Oh, -2 is -3 on all rolls, -10 on your movement, and you do not have any reactions. Somebody roll me a 20-sider, please.
I got a 7.
Late in the morning, it is It's raining. It's coming down kind of hard. Every now and then you hear some thunder in the distance. The clouds light up a little bit, but you don't actually see any bolts. But over the course of time, it does appear to be getting closer. Late in the morning, Gaius, give me a perception check, please.
All right.
Being that you and Eldred are in the front.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Wop, wop, wop.
Damn.
You see a horse and cart with people coming towards you on the road the opposite direction.
I pass that message along to everybody. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't think they're the bandits because they would have had to circle around us and move way faster. But just be prepared for ambush. Hello! Kind of like flagging them down a little bit as we start to get close to one another.
Okay. You see 4 men and a woman who looks to be in her late 30s, early 40s.
Excuse
give
me,
myself advantage.
are you from Forest Grove?
Yes, we are.
How much further are we from Forest Grove, if I may ask?
Depending on how fast you go, 2 to 3 days.
Okay. Also wanted to pass on a word of warning. There were bandits on this road back this way. They ambushed a caravan.
The woman perks up her ears and that caravan, did you see another wagon like ours? And motions to their wagon. It's green with red wheels. Did you see a
Did Reed pass along that information?
I don't
to
think
Gaius?
so. I don't think so.
I just said they had a cart. I didn't describe
Yeah.
it to you. But...
It was nighttime when we saw them. I didn't get a good look at I heard a cart, but I did not see.
From a nearby bush, you just hear, it was like that one. Yep.
Reed, what the hell? Stop talking to me when you're going to the bathroom, Reed. That's really inappropriate. Anyway, so apparently, yes, it was.
So wait a minute. So are you saying that my sisters and our father was with that caravan?
Wait, hold on. Are you a Worthington?
Yes.
Was your father Jonah?
And you see the eyes go wide, and she's like, yes.
When we came upon the incident, the bandits, we drove them off. They took the wagon, they headed north up into the hills. Jonah was at death's door, which is why I know his name. We're heading to Forest Grove to assist with a child that has gone missing. We were sent out from Seven Rivers.
Give me a perception check.
11.
Okay. You hear one of the young men kind of lean over to another and go, that must be Veronica.
It may be. We're supposed to go see, and Gaius pulls out his notes and then looks down to it. Marner? Silas Marner, I believe, is the name of the gentleman.
They just kind of all go flat-faced, and one of them, the woman says, yeah, that's who you want to talk to.
Okay, well, I'm a cleric of Bacchus. After we found out and what happened to your father and everyone that was with that party, there was 5, I believe, in total. We buried them north of the road, and Gaius kind of like figures out like we went this far, so it's only been a day and a half, Paul, since that happened.
Yeah,
about this far. Gives them kind of like takes out a piece of paper and like covering it from the rain, kind of like draws a little hand drawn map. It's a little ways off the road. I dug a grave for them all, gave them their last rites, but I figured this was just for a temporary thing. If you wanted to recover them, they're there. But I advise you, the bandits who did this are still at large. We were only able to kill one of them before they ran off. Does a name of Scuzz ring a bell to any of you?
they all look at each other and they're like, no.
Nah. Before the bandit passed away, I got his name out of him. I just wasn't sure if it was maybe more local bandits that you might have been aware of. I guess they're not from around here. I mean, granted, he could have given me a fake name. He was kind of out of it. But my condolences to you and your family.
The woman just looks
Oh,
like in shock. A number of the young men try to comfort her. One of the other men kind of comes up and goes over the map that you draw with you to kind of try to pinpoint. And by the way he's speaking to you, you get the feeling that he is slightly familiar with this road.
I point out, like, oh, well, there was this stump just to the south, right abutting up to the gravel. There
Looks
was a
real
recent
suspicious.
campfire just off the road in a C-shaped pattern of tree, like giving as much detail as you can.
Okay.
Also, if there's any issues, I'll be in Forest Grove for a little bit, obviously, helping out there. If you need help with the bodies, come find me and I'll make sure I can lend a hand.
The guy
We can lend a hand.
turns to the others and says, "It's where we usually make camp. It's about a day or so ahead. We know where this is."
Just be cautious. They ambushed and killed your folk, and they tried to do the same to us. And they definitely hurt some of us quite a lot, but we were able to drive them off.
The guy who went over the map with you puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "I thank you for what you've done and for what you tried to do."
It's little recompense. Sadly, wasn't more we could do. But like I said, I'm Gaius. These are my friends. If we'll be in Seven Rivers working for Silas, I would assume for the next couple of weeks at least. Hopefully to find
Forest
Veronica. Was
Grove,
that
you
the name
said
of?
Seven Rivers.
Sorry, from Seven Rivers. We'll be looking for Veronica. Is that the name of the child that's missing?
Silas Marner's daughter, yeah.
Does any? I hate to ask. Does anyone have any information about the missing child that would be helpful?
Helpful?
Uh,
Probably not helpful, but
Any information would be very.
like
she was
age
a nice
description,
kid.
like yes.
just-
Okay, good.
She's a teenager. Cute kid.
Didn't run off with a boyfriend or anything, right?
It's a possibility. She
hopefully
kept
it wasn't
talking,
a
What
bad
does she look
boyfriend.
like?
and he describes her. She's probably about 5'6" or so, slim build, very attractive, blonde hair, blue eyes, outstanding.
you-
Notice.
You were saying something about she
But
was
very
saying
pretty.
something. You were saying something about. I had asked about the boyfriend or as kind of like a joke, but you said she was talking about someone or something.
My
I
kid's
need to
sister
think about
knew her.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
And I just heard my kid sister telling our father, like weeks ago, it was longer than that actually, but that she had a boyfriend in Seven Rivers who was very excited that he was going to come and take her away probably.
Did you catch a name for the boyfriend?
No, but she had plenty
No?
of girlfriends. She had a number of girlfriends in town. They would probably know.
Thank you very much for your. What was your name, sir? Are you also a Worthington as well,
No.
or
Well, I work for the Worthingtons.
you were? Oh, okay.
But they've been good to me. They've been like family. Jonah was like a father to me. He took me when I was young, and he's the closest thing I know to a father. Or was. James. I'm James.
James. Well, thank you for the information. All right, James, are you all heading to Seven Rivers? Is that
Yeah, that's what
the
we
original
do.
plan?
We go Seven Rivers. We make furniture and we sell it there, and we sell it to some of the people in the market
Ah, okay.
and
Then
up
yes,
in the artisan district.
I've interacted with some of the market sellers down there in Seven Rivers, known for your furniture. Okay. Well, I guess unless there's something that the family would like from us, I will continue
May
on
I
our
ask-
way. So
The spot sounded familiar, like a place you had camped many times before. Have you been having problems with bandits? Has somebody been following your groups? And would they know you camp there often?
There used to be talk of bandits on the road to the north. Been more reports of bandits to the north, which is one of the reasons why we kind of a number of months ago stopped going to Ferndown, because a number of people had lost caravans going there. But it's only been in the past half year that there have been the occasional raids between Forest Grove and Seven Rivers.
Sounds like they're getting bolder.
Duh. Very. They were very bold, very well organized, and very well armed. They weren't just playing with toys, if you know what I mean.
Can you tell me, and he asks you basically where the grave is in that area, where the campsite around there?
It was just a little bit north of it, and Gaius just outlines it.
He goes, okay, I think I can find that.
Okay.
Are they? Is it a deep grave, or?
It's deep enough that wolves and everything, nothing would have gotten to it.
Well,
My plan
thank you.
was
That must have been a lot of work. I appreciate that.
it was deep enough for that, and then to just go to Forest Grove and obviously let the next of kin know if that was an issue to take care of the bodies.
Okay.
I didn't want to dig it so deep that it was permanent, but it can do the job. It did the job, to say the least.
Okay.
Ugh.
Well, I thank you, sir, for your efforts and all that you've done. The woman is downright weeping now, and you can see some of the young men they're trying to cover it up, but they're weeping too. And there's another young man who is there, who's just trying to console them. And you can see the family resemblance between the bodies that you saw and this woman and the two young men. There's definitely a family resemblance there.
Well, I guess unless somebody else has anything else, I'm good
So
here.
we better get up there. And once again,
Please.
I thank you.
After we ride away. Well, that was depressing.
But
Ugh.
I want to also thank you guys. I did not know you dug their graves. I wasn't aware of any of that. I am
You
sorry I
had
could
some.
not.
You did your job quite well. In fact, too well, some might describe. You needed the rest. I was fresh.
I appreciate it anyway. Maybe next time I won't go chasing them on horseback.
Well, next time, hopefully there won't be bodies to bury.
So you continue on your way as the cart, which you notice the back of the cart is piled high, and there's a tarp over it. It's a green cart with red wheels that in yellow writing across the side, script, says Worthington Furniture Company. It just kind of slowly goes off into the distance. And as it does, some rain starts to fall. And you just see the people kind of huddled over as they disappear into the distance. Someone roll me another 20-sider, please.
There we go.
We're going to say that it rains for a good part of the day, and you get 2 more days without any issue. But after that night, it rains into the night, and it's kind of a restless night. But you do, Nikita, you do lose a point of exhaustion.
Great. Woohoo! Down to 1.
You guys are drenched. You're
Yeah.
wet. It was an uncomfortable night. You got rest, but it wasn't a good rest, if you know what I mean. The next day, you get back on the road.
Reed looks over everybody at the camp when we're all soaked, and I'm just like, oh, getting clean.
This is not
Is
how
this
you
how
should do
you
it
normally get clean?
It's not the right way
I
to do it.
suppose Eldred packed a bar of soap that I could just
That's right.
briefly.
Oh, wait.
I have one as
Guys.
well.
Gaius reaches in and brings out like a brick of like the cheap lye soap that he bought. Yeah, it's the sewer soap from before.
You got soap
Sewer
in the
soap.
sewer?
Oh, This is the extra strength cheap stuff.
I
I have good
I
scented
give
stuff
myself a
for
little
me.
bird bath, like under the arms and in the places.
Okay. Eldred says, I'll take a chunk of that and head down to the lake. You want to come along, Butt Trumpet?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Sorcerer shower.
There you go.
Hmm. Nope, not going to touch that one.
So Eldred and Butt Trumpet take a couple chunks of soap from you guys and head down towards the lake. Eldred just kind of throws his stuff off, grabs the thing, and just walks into the lake up to his waist and just starts wetting him, getting himself wet and like just scrubbing away and going, whoo! Yeah, that'll take off the dirt in a couple layers.
Told you it was strong.
I awkwardly look at my feet for a second and
You
like
notice the
have my
nails are
back
kind
facing Eldred. I was like, don't look.
He turns around and says, no problem.
Go several feet away. Obviously, I can't go in very far, but I also get to my waist, which is probably like, what, a foot?
Yeah, or a little less than that.
And I splash myself as much as I can and like scrub down.
Okay.
I think I'm like a lighter shade of blue under this.
You
I'm
also,
clean.
there you go. You're clean, and the skin is a little raw from this soap that Gaius gave you. It kind of burns.
It's a good deep burn.
That's how you know it's working.
That's Gaius brings out like the scented soap he's using.
You got good soap?
For me, yeah. I also use the crap stuff when we come out of a sewer. I'm not using that on when I'm just normal dirty.
Eldred
Nikita
looks
has
at
her
you,
own
Butt
bar.
Trumpet, and just goes,
I smell of
I'm getting dressed.
okay.
cedar. There's a hint of cinnamon in this one.
And loneliness. Okay. Eldred says.
I'm not lonely. I have friends. Well, they're not
Nikita
great
has-
friends, apparently.
Her own bar of soap, and she just kind of tucks her, one hand under her clothes and scrubs it in with the clothes, and there you go. It's like washing the clothes and the body.
That's not really how that.
Yeah,
All right, whatever.
Yeah, but it's on brand for Nikita.
yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not how that works.
If it keeps raining, I'll be, soap less but cleaner. You know what I mean.
So you go through that night. The rain has stopped in the middle of the night. Not a great night's rest, but you wake up and Nikita, you've lost another point of exhaustion.
Exhaustion free, baby. Woo.
And you hop on the road again. Someone roll me a 20-sider.
Is this a halfling roll?
Nope. It's a little overcast, but there's no more rain. Matter of fact, it gets a little humid as the day kind of reaches around midday. And then you travel some more. Gaius,
Yes.
give me a perception check, please.
12?
In the distance, as you're traveling, you think it's in the distance, but it just looks like maybe a cloud of locusts or something way up in the sky in the far distance. Like a massive cloud of locusts or something. Just you see black specks, like a cloud of them, in the far distance along the horizon.
That's a lot of something. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that in case it gets bigger or closer.
You travel for the rest of the day, and it gets late, and it's going to get dark soon. If it's actually gotten a little dark because it's overcast. It's just kind of the light kind of disappears earlier. Ready for you to make camp?
Yeah.
Okay. Same watches as before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sure.
said I'd be in the middle, right?
You're in the middle, Butt Trumpet.
Yeah, like third?
Okay. Eldred's last again. Who was first?
It's either me or Gaius, I think.
I guess I'll go first. Keep the night vision people for when it's dark out.
Okay. That puts you second to
Either
last.
Second. Yeah, I was
After
gonna say,
Butt
you just-
Trumpet, before
Okay.
Eldritch.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll go after Gaius then.
Gaius, you give me a perception check, please.
25.
You noticed for like most of today that the landscape changed. It kind of changed from being just unoccupied land. You started seeing farms here and there, and you're seeing fields with crops. Some of the fields are having sprouts come up through the ground. Uh, there's that you have that smell of freshly tilled earth in certain areas, and it's getting near the end of your watch, and you're just kind of taking in the smells, taking in the aroma of new life, of new, new little sprouts have this kind of natural sweetness that you can kind of catch just a little hint on the back end of that smell of earth. And you're looking around at the fields surrounding you, the lake south of you on the other side of the road, and it's near the end of the watch that you notice out pretty far in one of the fields, there seems to be someone standing there. You think they might be watching you.
I
Because
get
it's
up
just kind of
slowly.
flat land in
Yeah.
most directions.
I get up slowly and just casually start making my way over. Non-threatening, just kind of.
You're walking through the fields and everything, and the figure just kind of stays there and looks at you. It's just dark in the distance. It's an overcast night. There are no stars. There's definitely no moon, but you can kind of see the shadows and everything. And there's like a little bit of a glow to the air and the sky that allows you to see this. But it's hazy.
I don't get super close, but like can have a conversation distance.
Give me an idea of how close.
15, 20 feet. We don't have to shout, but just because that depends, because I'm not seeing any more definition as I get close, right?
There's a wide brimmed hat that seems to have a little ragged around the brim. Broad shoulders, long coat that seems to be rather tattered. And with that roll, as you get like 20 feet away, you start smelling something. Reminiscent of the sewers, it smells like bodily waste. And you're
All right.
hearing something too, this...
When I notice that scent, that draws me up short,
Okay,
and I cast light. 20 feet of bright,
okay.
40 feet of dim. So at that point, I think I'm within range to see what this thing is
Okay.
or person.
Before you cast light, the other thing that you notice is it's like a buzzing, but it's like from like many sources you hear this buzzing. And you cast the light and you catch yourself, because at first it's a little frightening, but then you almost laugh to yourself because it is a scarecrow, but it's not like scarecrows you've seen before. There's usually a little bit of whimsy to a scarecrow, a little bit of silliness, or just a randomness that is easy to mistake. This thing is standing there. The clothes are really old and ragged, but they're all dark. The head under this wide-brimmed hat is burlap, and there's no face on it. The burlap is just painted black. And the buzzing that you heard, this thing is surrounded by probably about 20 wasps, and they're big. They're far bigger than normal wasps. They're probably about 2 to 5 inches long in some cases. And occasionally they land and crawl under the hat, or land on the coat and crawl under the lapel. And then others would come out and there's this buzzing. And with all of this, you still smell the smell of shit. And just, it reminds you of the sewers. It reminds you of just the nastiness that you trotted through and had to get all over your person. And you're not seeing where it's coming from, but this it's unsettling. This figure this Scarecrow presents to you is unsettling, and it's about 7 feet tall.
You're a big one. Okay. This is kind of.
And from one of the farms, you can hear some horses, and they don't sound healthy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna back away from this now. I don't like the smell of it or the look of it. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the part where it smelled good, and just kind of like not taking my eye off it, like half turned and then just backing up. Like,
Okay.
all right, I'm just gonna remember you, bud. That is
It
not cool.
you know,
You're
as
not
you're,
alive, are you?
as you spend a lot of time looking at this thing, the more you look at it, you catch little details. The one that really catches your attention is the long coat, the duster, and the hat are both made out of leather. They're very dark. They've been very weathered. They both kind of are a little ragged, but not ragged enough to be worthless. Not worthless, but like unusable. Like
Yeah,
these look
they're
like
still of a quality.
of
that
a
could be used.
usability, we'd say. Quality, maybe
Yeah.
not so much. The smell alone would probably take away the
Deter
word
people from using
quality.
it. Yeah,
But you don't see stains on the outside of the leather. It's not like this thing's coated in anything.
there could be something on the inside that is making that rankness. It doesn't smell of death, does it? It's
No,
of
it's
sewage.
the smell of bodily waste. It's flat out shit.
Ooh.
And that buzzing continues to just come from all the sources, and you've never seen wasps. This is like, these things are really big. You know, the average is 2 to 3 inches, but there are bigger ones, you know, that on occasion that may catch your attention, but most of them are about 2 or 3 inches.
Creepy one. I think I'm going to leave this alone and make a note to tell everybody that if they see a figure in the distance in this particular direction, it's a scarecrow with apparently wasps that have made it home. And the wasps are very large. So, unless anything else happens, guys will make his way back. And maybe after that unsettling experience, we'll sit down in front of the fire again and pray to Bacchus for guidance and clarity, if you will.
Okay. Roll me a percentage dice, please.
15.
Was it Nikita? Were you second? Okay, so your watch comes to an end and Nikita is up.
Hey, Nikita. Just be aware if you happen to see a silhouette over yonder, that is a really creepy looking scarecrow. That wasps have decided to infest, and they're kind of big. So,
I'm
granted,
gonna
if you
stay
see it
right
moving,
near it.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, if it
and it
starts
has a
moving.
stench about it that is awful. Yeah,
Do wasps
Smells
make
like
things smell bad?
I don't know. Actually, no, they don't.
Yeah.
Wasp nests are usually dry and papery, and they don't have a scent about them. I don't know
That's
what was
just
inside the scarecrow before the wasp got there. Needless to say, it was
great.
kind of weird. But yeah. So, how are you feeling? Are you all
I
your
am
ailments?
I am feeling much better. Thank you for asking. It is and you can see her hand, one of her hands is in her pockets of the duster, fiddling with something. I'm feeling much better. I really appreciate you picking me back up from the dead twice.
Hey, well, technically, you were just unconscious. You weren't
This
necessarily
is true.
dead yet. Um, you playing
Mostly
pocket
dead.
pool, Nikita? What's with the hand thing there going on?
What hand thing?
The hand in the pocket pool. That was a joke that I was making.
Oh,
Your hand in your
I
pocket.
didn't even realize I was doing it. No, it's just a little blue marble I found in the and you can see it's a little marble, uh, blue, but with white veins through it that sparkle. I
Ah,
found it in the Stradivarius house actually after our evil twins came through, and it's just, you know, puts her hand back down
what?
with her pocket.
What? Excuse. Hold on. Need
What?
to unpack a thing. We went to
We're unpacking?
a magic house with evil
Well, we
things
were all
in it.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I'm setting the scene. Um,
Okay, sorry.
and after our evil doppelgangers appeared,
Hmm.
you found a marble on the floor. Where exactly? Like, was it in front of the mirror? Was it
Yeah.
so potentially something that came from an alternate world?
Maybe, but it looked to be the same blue marble with the sparkles as that's already in the house. So
Oh, so it's
it's
okay.
just a
So it's
rock.
a part. Oh, I just Hey, do you mind if I do a little magic real quick?
That depends. Are you going to make dead people walk or something? What kind of magic are you going to do?
No, I'm just going to detect magic. I'm going to cast a
Oh, okay.
ritual to detect if it's magic or not. I'm, what dead
You
people
talk
is
to,
around right now that I could interact
I
with?
don't know how your magic works,
Do
and
you?
you talk to dead people. That's all I can think of. It's a
I've
little
done it
bit
like
unnerving.
3 times.
Guys, you
So you
Exactly.
say,
don't.
what dead people are there to talk to? And you just hear Eldred sleeping or there all of a sudden go,
Yeah, he's still sarcastic even when he's asleep. Anywho, no, I'm just going to cast to see if it's magical
Oh yeah,
because it
yeah,
came from the house. Listen,
yeah.
I just concerned anything brought out of that house.
Makes sense. Pretty sure it's just a rock. Very pretty
I hope it
shiny.
is. I hope I'm
Yeah.
just being paranoid before I go to sleep. I did kind of have an unsettling thing with a scarecrow, so I
With
might
the
be just
scarecrow, yeah,
overreacting.
that's so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Gaius just like draws a circle in the dirt, placing the marble in the middle, and doing some song and dance, pouring a little wine out, a little salt, and cast detect magic on
okay,
this marble.
give me first, give me an intelligence check or an intelligence saving throw, please.
14.
Okay. Secondly, give me a perception check, please.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So when you pick this up to put it in the circle, for a briefest of seconds, you find it yourself rolling it between your fingers, the way you saw
Mm.
Nikita doing, and it kind of has this just very comforting feeling. It's so smooth and almost velvety for a stone that it's like, oh, that feels kind of nice. And then you catch yourself and you put it into the circle and you cast detect magic. And when things detect magic, they glow purple for you, correct?
Yes. So if
Okay.
it's to and I forget, Paul. We're not doing the schools of magic, right?
I will
Anymore
let you
with
know if
this.
there's anything that
In addition,
stands
so
out.
yeah, a purple glow if it's magical. Then
Okay. This is strange. Like Nikita told you, it's a small marble. It's blue but has veins of white, and marble is exactly the word you use because it's like a piece of marble. It's got these white veins kind of going through it, and with a perception roll of that, you notice within the white veins are little specks, like little flakes of, it's almost like a metallic ice blue within the white veins. The way it glows, but not the purple that you're used to. It's kind of like a little cloud around it, where the cloud outside of the blue part of the marble glows pink, but along where the veins are, glow kind of a very pale bluish, but with like little white sparkles throughout it. And you get a feeling from this, like if you were going to try to pinpoint if there was anything, like is it good, is it evil, is it anything like that?
Yeah.
You get a feeling that just is odd. Not bad odd, but different from anything you've felt before when you've checked things out.
Okay. Oh, well, this is certainly magical, and you know what I'm going to do? Gaius pulls out his tome and casts Borrowed Knowledge, opening it up, and now has proficiency in Arcana.
Okay.
And I'm going to do an Arcana check on this to see what the hell Nikita has been putting in her pockets.
What's it got in its pockets, my precious?
So 19 plus 3, so 22. Putting on his glasses, breaking out the book. I'm like, all right, let's see. And it's just like, close the book. I am now an arcanist for the next hour.
Okay.
God, that hurts when I do it sometimes. Ugh.
You're not, this is not something that is necessarily written about in books that you are familiar with, but from the way the detect magic happened and from your experiences down the stairs in the Stradivernius house and the way they kind of just the architecture of them, this stone, you don't get the feeling that it's necessarily from this world. It could be, but you don't, it just doesn't feel natural. And those kind of electric pale blue chips or flakes within the white veins in it, there's something about those. And you've seen that color before in one of your visions.
Is the one where the tower blew up, or is it the other one? What's the color again, exactly, Paul?
It's like an electric pale blue.
Either way, this is not good. Gonna test some. Hey, Nikita. Have you mostly just been handling? Maybe a moment. Have you been mostly handling this with your bare hand, like skin contact? Yeah. Don't do that anymore.
Why not?
This thing is infused with It's infused with magic.
So are you. And see, I can touch you, and she pokes.
I'm magical too. You have made a solid argument there.
Guy, is something else when with your Arcana, the blue part of the stone radiates magic, but not magic as something unusual. It radiates magic as a natural aspect of its makeup. It's the sparkles that are glowing a different color that are radiating very strong magic. Does not radiate good or evil, just powerful. But because they're little flakes, you know, it's just little flakes here and there, but you can tell that the vibrancy of the magic there's a huge difference, whereas the blue is part of the makeup, and it's just kind of like if magic was sound, it'd be a light hum over all of it, just a very faint hum, whereas those sparks those little flakes would kind of be, remember in the movie Spinal Tap where they're talking about the amp and he goes, but this one goes to 11. These flakes go to 18.
Nikita, okay. So this is super magical in a unusual way. Have you noticed that occasionally you just found yourself touching it and rolling it in your fingers and whatnot?
Uh-huh. It's very
Without,
comforting, actually. I think it reminds me of home.
yeah, I that's concerning because it shouldn't do that if it's, you know, things that
Just a rock.
unconsciously affect you is not necessarily a good thing. Um, I'm just concerned that this may or may not have an undue influence upon you.
Hold up a minute, Gaius. Nikita, roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
How about I just say the word 0 now? Intelligence saving?
Yeah.
At least I'm not exhausted.
Okay.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah. Not bad at all. I mean, you're hearing the words Gaius is saying, but you're also like, it's just very comforting. I don't understand the problem.
Okay, Nikita, you're a rational person. Now, hypothetically speaking, if I were to say, throw the marble into the lake, what would you do?
Paul?
Seemed like an awful waste.
Seemed like an awful waste. I mean, it's such a pretty rock, and it's just. It could be, hey, it's magical, you said. It could be very useful learning about the Stradivarnius house and maybe even the evil people that came over that looked like us. I think we should hang on to it.
Also, you think
Yeah.
Nikita, with that role, will say, with as comforting as it is, who knows? It might have healing properties.
This is
Did not
this is true.
did
She
not
says to herself.
did not detect an ounce of healing magic on that. One of the things I'm really good at.
But maybe it's a different flavor of magical healing because there's so much we don't know about the Stradivarnius
Oh, yes.
house. It's been
I
around
think we
for
can
so
get some
long.
vibes from the Stradivarnius house. I got some vibes
Yeah.
from the place, like bad
Yeah.
vibes, but yeah. Listen, all that I'm saying is that I have a feeling that you shouldn't be holding on to the marble anymore, Nikki.
I have a feeling the waspy scarecrow with shit smell got you a little bit weird. And
Okay. Do
You're
you want to go
acting
see
not
it, and we can have a conversation about that after the fact?
sure. As long as I get to keep the marble.
Well, leave it right here and go see the Scarecrow.
Are you coming with me?
Why would I? I've already seen it.
I don't want to leave the
Listen,
marble.
we leave that there by itself. Reed's definitely going to touch it. I already know he's going to touch it.
This is true. So I have to pick it back up. So she picks it back up.
Son of a Bacchus. All right, well,
And
I
you
guess.
see Nikita start walking out into the field.
Yep.
Oh,
Wandering out
balls.
into the field, holding on to it. All right, let's check out this spooky scarecrow that you're scared
Bacchus,
of.
damn it.
That smells like poop.
Bacchus, give me strength. I'm saying you're being controlled by a marble, and starts following her.
How can I be controlled by a marble? I am a
Apparently
simple
very
dwarf
easily.
That doesn't make sense. You're so
It's
silly.
magic. I'm the magic
magic
guy.
is
Everyone keeps
usually
pointing. Is what?
1 + 1 = this, or you say
No, it's
something,
not.
our wounds get better. It's not.
Hey,
You just pick
remember-
something up and it makes you.
Do you want to talk about the stairway to the other place with the breathing again? Let's have
It
that
didn't have any
conversation.
fucking walls. We were in the middle of
Magic.
the sky.
Yes, that's magical.
But we all felt the same thing. It's not like one little baby
Oh,
marble. That was
I
a
hate to
giant
tell you.
fucking staircase.
So,
We're still walking while we're arguing.
yeah. Oh, I hate to tell you. When I touched the marble, it made me want to roll it in my fingers and touch it more. I felt compelled.
Very comforting. How is that bad? How is making you feel relaxed? I am so rarely relaxed, really. And when I'm holding it, I'm relaxed. I think you're being
I'm just-
paranoid.
I am being
I think you
paranoid.
should take
Thank
the
you.
marble if you're very worried about it. Would she offer it to him or no?
Yeah, with what you rolled, I'd say you'd be willing to do that under the guise of once he realizes that it's so comforting and it's fine, they give it back to you because you found
Got
it.
it.
That just seems fair.
Gaius
Yeah.
pulls out a handkerchief, flips it out, puts it over the marble, holds it like that.
Sam, what's the problem?
Do I have to make a saving throw, Paul? See? Yeah. Not
What?
comforting because I'm not touching it.
But
Do you get that
you're
concept?
holding it, therefore you're touching it.
Okay. I have a question. Here, and Gaius puts the handkerchief in Nikita's hand with the marble inside. Do you feel comfort now?
You're happy to have it back.
Yeah. No, I'm happy to have it back. Thank you very much.
Is it the same though?
She puts it into her pocket now because she's feeling a little paranoid maybe about Gaius.
Okay. And so you don't feel any different. It just you're happy to have
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah,
I was
just
saying,
happy
you
to have
didn't
it
feel any
back.
compulsion to hold it though, did you? It felt different, didn't it, Nikita? I'm just saying,
Well, it felt
oh
like
God,
your
we're at the
napkin.
Scarecrow.
How clean is your napkin? Is it? Oh, it's not a used napkin. You did not put my pretty marble in a used napkin.
No, God, why would I
Okay.
put a used one on it? That's the other pocket.
Nikita makes a mental note. Other pocket has snot rags. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I wash them every day.
Oh, okay. This helps a
I'm
little
not
bit.
Reed. I'm
Pretty.
hygienic. I'm the healer.
But it's also magic. Like when
In the-
Eldred cleaned my pants. Were they suddenly unhygienic, or did it really
don't know.
clean my pants? Should I have scrubbed them anyway?
Knowing
we at
him,
the
that it was
Scarecrow
You're
knowing him, it was just an illusion, and your pants are still filthy.
Yes, exactly. This whole time.
In the distance from the camp, you just hear a fainted.
and just as you hear that in the distance, you start to get a
So
whiff
gross.
of bodily waste. And the Scarecrow you see is about 20 feet away from you. It's about 7 feet tall. It's dressed in a long leather duster that's a little ragged. Like the ends look a little chewed up or torn. The wide brim leather hat that the sides of that are a little ragged with wear. The head is just black burlap. It looks like it was painted or stained black. You get this whiff, which kind of hits you in the stomach with a... And as you get this close, you do notice the wasps. They're climbing up the lapels. They're flying around, landing on the hat. And these are the biggest wasps you've ever seen. They're on average 2 to 3 inches. You see anywhere from 5 to 20 at a time, depending on how long you're there. Sometimes you're only seeing a couple, but then some climbing up arms and up the sleeve, or in a lapel, or under the hat, or into a hole, like an ear hole on the side of the head or something that was dug out.
Okay, no, I'll give it to you. Oh, that's a creepy Scarecrow. The fuck is
Yeah,
up
right?
with those wasps? That's weird. So her hand has already gone back into her pocket, and she's playing with the marble again.
Your hands and your hands playing with it again.
It's doing what?
Look down and to the right. I'm assuming it's the right hand.
Well, it's comforting, okay? This is discomforting. This is comforting.
All that I'm saying is, Nikita, is something that we might need to be concerned about. I don't necessarily discount that it is comforting to you. I'm just concerned that it's compulsive. It's magical. We need it. How about this? When we get back to Seven Rivers, we get Nickelby or Nickelback or whatever the heck that guy, one guy's name was.
Nickelby. Bartleby Nickelby. Rhymes.
Yeah, that guy. To take a look at. Or Sparkle Bottom. You have a great relationship with them.
I am completely fine with that.
Excellent.
You have no problem giving him the marble, with the understanding that it just comes back to you. You're kind of fine with that.
Okay.
The candle, you just kind of out of sight, out of mind, you see the way he's talking about the marble.
Yeah.
You have a feeling the candle would not go over as well, anywhere near as well.
Right.
Fair?
That makes sense. Yep. If you are that worried about it, fine, I will put it back in your hanky. Do you want to hold on to it? As long as I get it back. I'm getting it back, right?
Yes, no, I'll definitely. And fold it up in the hanky.
Can I insight check Gaius?
Sure.
Oh, this will go poorly.
He gave it
I'm
back to you
100%
before.
honest.
You have no reason to believe they wouldn't give it back to you.
And he did heal me, and he buried those people. He is a good, trustworthy person. Okay. Do you want to hold it then? Will that make you feel better, or?
I think, well, just over that. Listen, I care about the health of the people that I'm with, and just seeing you compulsively hold a magic object is disconcerting. So I just want to make sure it doesn't have any negative. We'll keep it nearby. It's not going to go anywhere in particular. And like I said, hopefully I'm just being paranoid, and we get it checked out. They could just say, "Hey, it's a comfort stone," and then when you hold it, it makes you feel comfort. Then it's
Exactly.
right back in your hand.
I don't like the
Yes.
Scarecrow. But seriously,
Yeah.
what is up with those wasps?
Yeah, no, it's gross and weird. We should leave. Team building, yay!
Nikita would like to take out one of her long swords and try to open the jacket a
Oh.
little bit.
Oh boy, the Gaius, when seeing this, is like, oh nope, it just steps back a little bit.
Yeah, you can do it if you'd like.
Just
That's
wants
just
to,
like,
I don't understand where the smell is coming from, so I'm just trying to see. And it looks like a nice jacket, though. Maybe if the jacket doesn't smell, I mean,
the
unless
good
the
news
wasps
is I
don't
know how
know.
to. I could cure poison, so hopefully they're not too poisonous. Hey, are you allergic
Wasps
to
are
wasps?
I
Oh,
don't know.
well, I
I
know some people have a reaction to when they get stung. That is a bad effect.
can imagine being very unhappy if these sting me.
Those are
Still
huge
want to look on the
wasps,
inside
Okay, so
not
gently.
normal wasps.
you take your sword, you put it in, you kind of get under the lapel and pull it open. Guys, you see this? Do you do anything during this time?
I strongly advise not to do that.
It's
As I take a couple steps back, I'm like, I wouldn't. No. All right. Not
You,
being
I'm
listened
just
to, I guess.
looking.
You
Move slowly. We should be okay.
you pull the lapel open, and it's like this clear goo, little stringlets seem to be. It's like stretching rubber cement in about like a whole bunch of things, and the inside of the lapel is just crawling with these wasps. The smell, once you've broken that, and as you're pulling it out, it has that kind of crinkly cellophane sound of like mixed with like a Velcro sound as you're pulling it out. And the entire inside of the lapel is just crawling with these wasps. And a whole bunch of them kind of take flight. And now there's probably about 30 in the air around this thing, and they're buzzing a lot more frantically. Give me a perception check, please.
That's more like it.
Okay. You notice that, there's a lot of these things. Gaius, give me a perception check, please.
Okay. 21.
Okay, she's doing this and like looking inside, and the smell is stronger, Nikita. And she's just kind of like squinting her eyes, and like it looks like she might be holding her breath. But you hear her go, "Wow, there's a lot of them in here." You know she is totally oblivious to the fact that like 5 of them are crawling up her sword right now.
Wasp on the sword. Wasp
What?
on the sword. What?
That's
on the sword.
okay. I will slowly back up. I will keep holding the sword out just so I don't jar the wasps, but I will back away from the home, the hive, the scarecrow, and just
Okay.
Nice and easy, slow movements. Don't mean to upset anybody.
Okay. And
Do the wasps leave?
no, there's like 5 of them, and as you're doing it, you kind of move there, and there's like even more on the other side, and they're just kind of working their way down towards the hilt, just kind of walking down towards the hilt.
Well, this was a nice dead man's sword for a few hours, so she puts it down on the ground and just leaves it there and continues backing away.
Okay, roll me a 20-sider, please.
Gentle.
Yeah.
You set it down and start walking away, and a bunch of them kind of form a cloud over the sword. There's like a huge cloud of them around the Scarecrow, but they are not coming at you.
This is good. I am fine with leaving the sword here. I still have another one and your warhammer. I'm good. We going?
And
Yeah, we can always double check.
The other thing you noticed was, now that you kind of broke that seal on the lapel, the smell is even stronger, so that whereas before it was like once you got into 15 feet of it, you can probably smell it from 25 to 30 feet away right now. You still get that. It's a very acrid. This is going to sound really disgusting if the other stuff hasn't already. The smell of fecal matter by itself is nasty.
Right.
The smell of it with an incredibly sick person takes on a whole nother dimension. This smells like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this. Okay, I'm good without the sword. We good to go back?
Oh yeah, no. We head back.
Okay.
We head back. And just to clarify, who has the marble right now? Am I still holding it in my pocket, or
You
just
gave
Gaius?
it to Gaius.
Okay.
I've wrapped it in protective. After
Snot
I
rags.
they're clean, multiple. I think it's like once we
They're
get
wrapped in
back to the camp.
snot rags.
Exactly.
Once he gets back to the camp, he also wraps it again,
Okay.
and then like twists it all up, and then when Nikita's not looking, just kind of like stuffs it somewhere in his bag.
As you were walking away, you noticed some of the cloud, there was like its own offshoot of the cloud, kind of followed you for a little while. But once you got about 50, 60 feet away, it just, they kind of went back to the Scarecrow.
Well, that is, like I said, unsettling.
Very unsettling. I will
I'm gonna
let.
go to sleep now and have
Yeah,
some
you-
nightmare fuel.
Good luck with that. Yes. Maybe you should drink something very strong before then.
I've already was doing it beforehand.
This is true.
It's kind of my shtick. I just don't talk about it anymore.
It is your comfort stone, huh?
Well, no, it's more of a crippling habit. But anyway,
Well, then shouldn't
Oh,
we be worried
a
about
form of
it like you are with the stone?
no, that part was a joke. No, it's a part of my religion.
Are you sure? Because you said crippling habit. I mean, that doesn't seem very funny.
My sense of humor is very dark. I don't know if you've noticed that. I make jokes with corpses on occasion, literally.
Yeah, but kind of have to. Anyway, all right, I am going to keep an eye on you with your drinking.
Okay. Make sure I consume enough. Gotcha.
Not quite, but okay, whatever.
Like, thank you for
Go
reminding
to
me.
sleep. You go to sleep, you giant human.
Thank you, whatever size dwarfs enjoy more.
I know I'm still small for a dwarf.
I don't know. I kind of know she like them big. Anywho,
Yeah.
Okay.
It rolls
so
over, goes to
Gaius
sleep.
goes to sleep.
What's your point?
I just noticed that you like big ones. Biggins.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a negative
Hey.
commentary. It's an
Hey.
observation.
Hey,
What?
trying to
What?
sleep here.
What? What?
Trying to sleep.
Shut up, Breed. We're trying to have a conversation. Talk about somebody who's rude, right? Anyway, I'm going to go to bed now.
Okay.
Okay. Nikita, you go through your watch.
Mhm.
And your mind considers a number of things. You consider the stone, but you're like, maybe Gaius will get comfort out of it like you did. And besides, it'll come back to you eventually, and then you'll have your little whoopee, as it were, or whatever you want to call it. You're not
He has his
upset.
alcohol. I'll have my little pretty stone.
That's right. It's pretty to look at, and it's just nice to the touch, and reminds you of home and comfort and all the good things. And then your watch ends, and I believe it's Butt Trumpet is next, I think. So you would then
Anything I
wake
need
up
to
Butt
know?
Trumpet.
I don't know if you can see it. To the east, you said? Or
North.
west?
North.
No, Jesus.
Northwest, but mostly
One of those
Move in a
directions.
direction.
You might notice a scarecrow or like a figure. It's a
Okay.
scarecrow. It's a very creepy scarecrow that smells horrible and has giant wasps on it. I
So
wouldn't go
avoid
near it.
that.
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, as long as it doesn't move, which it didn't for us, then you should be good.
Okay.
Butt Trumpet, you go through your watch, just kind of sitting there, looking around. Every now and then you think, was that something? No, that wasn't something. And before you know it, your watch is over, and it's Reed's turn, I believe.
So
Yeah.
to the north, if you see a
Mhm.
figure looking at us, to the north, that is a scarecrow. It smells like shit and it's covered in wasps. Don't go over there.
Okay.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Reed immediately goes to the north side of our camp, and I look out there. Can I see it from here?
Give me a give me a perception check there, Reed.
Give him the goddamn marble, guys. Give him the marble.
With advantage because you have an idea of where you're looking.
Okay.
Okay.
The first one was
19.
a 19.
So you look out, and yeah, you see it looks like some tall, thin guy standing out in the middle of the field looking at you.
All right, I'm gonna spend my entire watch staring at that thing because that.
As the bandits come up from behind him and slit his throat.
Yeah, unless I hear something behind me, but
You're watching
is
it.
there like trees or anything here?
It's fields, which is why this is so clear. It's in the middle of these fields. So with that great of a roll, every now and then you notice that this figure seems to move a little bit.
Oh shit!
Just usually like maybe an arm will move just slightly, or you think the head might turn a little bit, or just little things like that. Every now and then you notice some movement, but it's not a lot of movement, but it's enough to be
It doesn't-
noticed by you.
It doesn't look like it's getting closer or anything.
You're not sure because you've seen the legs. Every now and then a leg will move a little bit or another one will move, but you don't notice that it's necessarily getting closer.
Okay, I'm still gonna keep an eye on it, but I want to try and find a shadow and hide.
There's not a lot around here. The best thing you can do is lie prone, like on the other side of the road.
Okay, if I can still see it, I'm doing that.
Okay. You could lay down just on the other side of the road with your head kind of like just looking over
Okay,
and get a good view of it.
that's how I'm gonna spend my watch unless I hear anything else or see anything come into my.
Okay. Every now and then
Master
you'll
of
see
stealth.
like a dark speck kind of in the sky in the distance, but that's about it. Other than that, you don't really see anything.
I gotta wake up Eldred's last, right?
Yep.
So I do my time and then I'm gonna wake up Eldred.
Okay.
Eldred.
Yeah.
There's a shitty scarecrow with big bugs on it, and I thought I saw it moving, and it's right over there. And I pointed out. Can you
He
see
kind
it?
of looks at you and goes,
But
crafting a
Trumpet said it smelled
scarecrow
like shit.
it can be hard work. You should not judge people on it.
No, Butt Trumpet said it smelled like shit.
Oh, that's just weird.
I don't know who smelled it, but I didn't go near it.
Okay. Not
But
quite
I
as I
thought
was expecting from my watch, but okay.
I've been watching it the whole time, and I think I saw it move.
They told you it was a scarecrow, but you've been seeing it move?
I think so. It's hard to tell.
It's
I don't know if I can go back to sleep, but it's your turn.
okay. Well, if you can't sleep, sit up with me and we'll watch it together.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
And he just kind of sits next to you and just kind of stares out towards the scarecrow also.
If I think I see it move, I'm gonna ask him immediately. Like, did you see that?
Okay, so are you sitting up with him?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, you think you saw like an arm and a leg move after like an hour.
Did you see that, Eldred?
I did. Is that thing coming towards us?
I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell
Kind
either.
of It kind of looks like it's still the same distance, but
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't know.
Did you see the head tilt a little bit?
I was looking at the arms. Maybe. You think it could move in like the wind or something? What if it's just the wind and yeah?
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
I wonder which one of them. And I point to everybody sleeping. I wonder which one of them smelled it.
You said it smelled like shit?
That's what Butt Trumpet said.
My bet's Nikita.
Yeah. Gaius has too much soap. Maybe Nikita.
I just remember the arm wrestling.
From her
And-
sleep, fucking Eldred.
And the watch comes to an end as the sun slowly rises in the east. It's still heavily overcast out, but there hasn't been any more rain.
Everybody, wake up! Wake up!
What, is the scarecrow still there? Did it come closer?
No, it
Yeah,
still
did
looks,
you- was
still
it-
looks like
ooh.
the same thing.
Did you smell it?
Okay. Both guys and I smelled it, yeah. He told me about it, then we both went up. Because how do you get afraid of a scarecrow? No, it's pretty fucking creepy and smelly.
Yeah, you definitely made it worse when you poked at it.
Yeah,
Reed looks over at Eldred and just nods.
Nikita, give me a perception check, please.
It's throwing Reed right under the bus.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's when she.
So,
rolls
Nikita-
perception well.
You're kind of getting your stuff together, and just faintly you hear Eldred. You don't know who he's saying it to, but you just hear him go, "Told you."
Nikita
Reed's like-
continues packing, but gives Eldred a little side eye, trying to see if she can figure out what he's talking about.
Reed's like, it was Gaius too, though.
Do I hear him?
No, you don't hear that one.
I'm late. Eldred, man. Fucking Eldred.
It's only ever him.
So you guys get
Well,
up. Go on.
As we start packing, I say to everybody, I'm like, so I didn't go back to sleep after my watch because I'm pretty sure I saw the scarecrow moving.
You
sure?
did the
It
one
was-
thing I told you not to do?
I wasn't supposed
Did
to
you
look
What
at
did
it.
you tell them not to do?
I told you not to go over there!
I didn't go over there. I was
You
just
were
watching
there
it.
the whole time!
Yeah, I didn't want it to walk over here or something.
I did.
What you probably saw was the giant fucking wasps on it. They're like really big, so in like huge
No.
clumps. It probably looked from a distance like that's what was moving. At least I fucking hope so. If that thing sneaks up on us, well, we'll smell it before it can sneak up on us. So,
Hmm.
and then she looks at
Yeah.
Eldred again to see how he reacts.
And he looks at you, back at you, and goes, "Yeah, I'm sure we'll smell it if it's as bad as you say."
Right. Okay. All
But
right then.
you know the smell, so I'm going to look to you to know if this thing's coming at us.
Gaius knows it as well. Very sewer-like.
Guys, is sewer like?
Smells like fecal matter. It just smells like fecal matter. Okay? We all know what it smells like, but imagine worse. Except in a scarecrow with a bunch of wasps for some reason. It's super messed up, and we don't want to be near it. Hey, does anyone know good fire spells? Oh, wait, Eldred, good news. You're probably going to be the one that has to burn it down.
I like the sound of this, actually.
Good news
don't
is,
care if it's
I can
somebody's
cure the
scarecrow.
wasp stuff. I don't think we should deal with it.
Yeah, don't make
I
me the
mean-
wasp whisperer, okay?
There's more like wasp killer.
Wasp flinger.
We could get you a cool name. Well, it doesn't have to be an alliteration, or it doesn't have to be punny either.
Flinger and wasp don't alliterate.
Yeah, well, it's bug burner. It's
That
just get you a
alliterates.
general. It's like you just get a general kind of like insect annihilator. Hmm.
Now we're back to group names.
No, we don't. I don't want to deal with insects on a regular basis. That's just annoying, and it just feels like we're exterminators at that
There
point.
you go. Okay, so you get your stuff together, you have whatever you're going to have for breakfast, and you get on the road. About midday, you start seeing kind of woods in the distance ahead of you. So you have a line of trees, kind of not thick woods, but you're seeing a lot more trees, but there's like a line of them up ahead. And in the far distance, like right along the horizon, like just below the cloud cover, looks to be mountains. Just on the horizon as in the far, far misty distance. You go about the rest of the day, you get the woods get closer. Guys, give me a perception check, please.
22.
At two separate times during the day, one late morning, one mid-afternoon, you do see dark figures standing in fields, but at a great distance. And there's a lot of farm fields around here.
Yeah.
There
Do I
seem to
notice like clouds of anything around the figures,
be,
Paul?
not from
at
this
all?
distance. You can't tell; it's so far away.
Okay, but I
Um,
at least see what I assume is scarecrows.
Exactly. You're figuring they're scarecrow. They just
Yeah.
look like dark, tall figures standing in the middle of fields. So,
Gotcha.
and you're coming up closer to these trees, and the road kind of goes to the left. The trees kind of stay on the right to a certain degree. They're a little off the road, and there are some trees to the left other side of the road, but the vast majority of the trees are to the right and off the road a bit. And as you get closer, you realize, because it looks like there's an unplanted field that is between the road and the tree line. It looks like it might have been a cornfield at one time, but like it's all dead. It's all dead plants, and like it's definitely corn that was here once. It's a lot.
So it wasn't left to go fallow. It looks like it's been bladed.
It looks like it was left to go fallow, but they haven't cleaned it up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay? But that's not the strange part of it. As you come up upon it, what you find incredibly odd is the field is filled with large black crows. There must be hundreds of them. And as you look around, you notice that all the trees over to the right, and even some on the other side of the road, towards the lake is up. There's just these big black birds everywhere. And as you're coming, up, you kind of just see them walking around and everything, and pecking at the ground. And as you kind of come alongside the field. Gaius, give me another perception check, please.
12.
You're not 100% sure, but for a brief moment, you think like they all just stop doing what they're doing and just kind of stand still. When you look, it looks like a lot of them are looking at you.
Hello. Kaka. Ah. Oh,
Are
I
you
really hope we
talking
don't have
the
to do.
birds?
They kind of feel like they're looking at me right now, and it's making me a little unsettled at the moment, to be quite honest.
How many languages do you speak?
Well, funny you should ask. I can technically speak all of them.
On that
Ah.
note, I think that is where we're going to end it tonight. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Very glad you could have joined us. Tune in again next week. Same Grognard time, same Grognard channel. We air on Twitch every Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can find old episodes on YouTube, both at Grognard and Friends. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about was this. There's a lot going on in our world. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of madness. We can make a difference, each and every one of us, even if it's a little one. And that's usually how healing starts and how change starts. I'm not here to talk to you or tell you what to do when it comes to the big picture. I have no authority to do so. But what I can say is this. All of us are friends in one form or another. We are friends to people here. We are friends to each other. We are families. We are fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers. We are relatives. We are friends. We are people that are mild acquaintances. One way to start making a change is to remember that no matter who you're dealing with, no matter who you're talking to, whether you know them or not, whether they are a friend or a stranger, in your day-to-day life, be kind.